For more information about classical education, specifically about classical Christian education, these are some more sources I would recommend. An Introduction to Classical Education, A Guide for Parents, is a pamphlet or booklet by Christopher Perrin, Master of Divinity and PhD. He is a teacher. Start over with that. This should be smooth. No. Oh, I do. Is it not on? Oh, okay. So start over anyway. Okay. For more information about Christian classical information and Christian classical education, I recommend these resources. A booklet by Christopher Perrin, Master of Divinity and PhD. It's called An Introduction to Classical Education, A Guide to Parents. It is perhaps one of the simplest and most direct introductions to classical education in America at this time. For more information about progressive education and how it compares to classical education, you might read the books by Rudolf Flesch, Why Johnny Can't Read and What You Can Do About It, and his second book, written about 20 years later, Why Johnny Still Can't Read, A New Look at the Scandal of Our Schools. A good documentary I recommend for the history of American education would be the documentary Indoctrination by Colin Gunn. You can find this at indoctrinationmovie.com. I had mentioned several times the speech given by Dorothy Sayers. It is called The Lost Tools of Learning. She had given that in 1947 at Oxford, and it illustrates the trivium as used as an illustration of the 3 stages of learning. You could also read Douglas Wilson's Recovering the Lost Tools of Learning, an approach to distinctively Christian education for a better idea of how the Christian mindset and classical methodology work very well hand in hand. Another book by Douglas Wilson would be The Case for Classical Christian Education to complement his first. Or Repairing the Ruins, The Classical and Christian Challenge to Modern Education by Douglas Wilson. Another older treatise on education, just showing you how far back this debate on classical education has gone, by John Milton Gregory. It's called The 7 Laws of Teaching. These and other sources will help you in your search to understand, to know, to understand, and to apply classical Christian education for your children and your students.